What up, players? It's Warboss Tay up in this mud. I can't believe I broke 400 videos. I didn't even realize it till somebody wrote me on my Infantryman's Uplifting Primer review. But man, it feels so great. I'm super stoked to be over 400 videos and can't wait to keep going. So today we're unboxing a Masters of the Chapter box. They have this out in fine cast, but I actually bought this way back in the day. I got a great deal off of it. It's just kind of been sitting in my collection, not really doing anything. I got it for really cheap. I think I got it off of a friend for something like 10 bucks or something. He was just getting out of the hobby and just trying to ditch all the unopened stuff he hasn't been able to sell yet, and for some reason nobody picked this up, and I guess because not many people use the Masters of the Chapter. But I said, you know what, if I don't use them as Masters of the Chapter, they are such awesome figures, I am gonna just find some place to use them. So let's take a look and see what there is to see. I'm gonna read you the excerpt from the Games Workshop website while I'm taking out and prepping all of these little guys here. To be a chapter master is to be a god amongst men. His personal combat prowess is unmatched, for his body is that of a space marine, with all the might and endurance that a scion of the Emperor is heir to. Hundreds of years of battlefield experience as a scout, space marine, and captain have taught him every facet of war, trained him in the tools of slaughter, and honed his wits to the level of instinct. On occasion, when the might of the chapter is drawn up in a single confrontation, the headquarters staff will fight together as one. Near unstoppable it will be drawn up. On occasion, when the might of the chapter is drawn up in a single confrontation, the headquarters staff will fight together as one near unstoppable squad with an unrivaled mix of tactical acumen, advanced weaponry, and elite weaponry. Wait, what? The headquarters staff will fight together as one near unstoppable squad with an unrivaled mix of tactical acumen, advanced weaponry, and elite weaponry? Advanced weaponry and elite weaponry? GamesWorkshop.com, ladies and gentlemen. Between these four warriors, the Masters of the Chapter can deal with pretty much anything that the enemy throws at them, except bent swords. Each master adds a different strategic asset to your army, ranging from the sneaky ambush stratagem to the less than subtle orbital bombardment. Combine these special rules with the fact that they are all formidable warriors in their own right, and you've got a formation that your opponents will quickly learn to fear. So, I'm not really sure of these guys. Like, do you use them in the regular game, or are they just supposed to be used for Apocalypse? You have, if you go to GamesWorkshop.com, it takes you to their stats. If you look under the Chapter Masters of the Chapter tab, it says unit composition: 1 captain, infantry, power armor, chainsword, bolt pistol, frag and crack grenades, iron halo. But I guess they also have other things that they call them, like, right, master of the fleet, master of recruits, all that stuff. Oh boy, wow, look at that. So right off the bat, you got a little bent power weapon, power sword. Oh, but that's easily fixed. You can just kind of bend it back into place. And a little bit of flash there. But let's take a look at, the armor. The sculpt in the armor is really nice. You've got eagles, double-headed eagle down here on the left foot. You've got a book here on the right hip, purity seal, skull with a little parchment emblem there to write the guy's name down there. I don't really see any noticeable mold lines. You can kind of tell where it is down the right or the left side of the chest there. And chains crisscrossing over the right shoulder pad. Another Aquila pendant over here. The little Imperial cross. Here's another guy. Nice looking armor, Crux Terminatus. Nice looking armor on the knee pads. Sorry about that. Let's get you into focus. The Aquila on the chest plate. Beautiful. Bolt pistol in the holster here at the hip. Really nice standing on a piece of rock. Power axe here, little bit bent. Could be because all this has just been sitting in my collection in my closet for a long time. I'm not gonna make any excuses. Bent weapon is a bent weapon, you know what I mean? This guy's got the those leather strips hanging off his belt. Ooh, also a key to the city. Like not lanyard, but cords across his chest. Another Imperial cross down here. Ooh, mold line right down the center of the shoulder pad there, you can see it. Another Crux Terminatus. This guy's got a beautiful half-winged pendant thing on his left shoulder pad. Really like that. Holding up his cloak with his left hand. There's a mold line right down the center of the cloak. Thing with mold lines in Finecast, they're pretty easy to get rid of. They're everywhere, but they're easy to get rid of. On metal, you have to really dig at them with your hobby knife. Some flash on the bottom here. Oh, but I love how it's, I mean, such beautiful, ornate, you know, all Space Marines, I think, should be bedecked out and look like this. I mean, they're supposed to be, you know, noble scions of man and warriors, even the ones that are, you know, knee deep in the fight in the trenches. I think you can have a lot more fun if Games Workshop gave us the option to dress these guys up like this, make them look like, you know, supermen, gods amongst men. Got a little triangle fitting piece over there. Really nice, really nice. Okay, so let's look at the weapons and the heads. You don't need to see the backpacks or the bases, you know what those are. So it's got the Games Workshop stamp. You've got one with the power fist here holding the helmet. Oh, beautiful Mark II, Mark III. That knightly face grill thing. Holding a power sword and the baldy head. Thunderhammer here. And another baldy head. Another baldy head over here. And a storm shield. And what looks to be a storm bolter. A lot of flash on the bottom. That's easily taken care of. Ooh, the studded Mark VI, I think, Corvus armor. I believe that's what it is. And one more baldy head. This one's screaming. The little monocle over his left eye. Okay, so I'm going to put these together, show you what they look like when we get back in a bit. And we're back. Let me just say these are some of the best looking sculpts for Space Marines I have ever seen. They just, once I was putting them together after I cleaned off all the flash, I just thought how amazingly regal and heroic these guys look. So this is the first guy, Thunderhammer. No storm shield? Interesting. And he's got this little headset and earpiece. You can't really see it because it's blocked by the hammer. There you go. But I thought that was pretty cool looking and really beautiful. I love the way the hammer kind of juts out. The handle of the hammer juts out, and it's got this little tassel thing at the bottom. Just so cool. So that's guy number one. Number two. For a good while, I was trying to figure out how to glue this sword to his left hand. I thought it was supposed to be held in his left hand, but then I looked at the box and I realized, oh, nope. He's holding his helmet in a power fist in the left hand. His right hand is holding the sword, power sword down, and just such a great looking model. All these models, I have to say, 150% out of 100. Like the look on their faces, the look of the armor, the balance, the sculpts, everything just looks so good compared to, you know, like the Space Marine captain or commander or whatever the guy's called. Even the command squad, these guys, I mean, I know they're the masters of the chapter, but I mean, just they look so good compared to everything, everybody else. I think these guys could definitely easily proxy in your army if you want a very nice looking commander figure. Here's the last guy, Power Axe and Storm Shield. I modeled him to look like he was about to take a charge, so he's holding his Storm Shield up in front of his face like this, like peekaboo, peekaboo, I see you. Really nice. So yeah, I love these models. Ease to put together. They were pretty hard just because these are the old metal models, you know, and they were kind of difficult. Oh, there's one more thing I want to show you on this guy. I forgot to point out. He is pretty battle damaged, as you could tell by looking at the right side of his head. So I tried to model like he was looking to the right because he's got this metal plate under his skin right over there. And that's going to be a lot of fun to paint up, just like the bruised skin all around the metal plate. He's got bionics on his left eye. But oh yeah, when I saw that, I just thought that is so cool. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, putting these guys together was pretty difficult because these are the old metal models. They put together like the old metal models do. They, you know, you have to hold the more vertical pieces, like the heads, in place while the super glue kind of sets. And some of the pieces that stuck out to the side, like for example, this Thunder Hammer, mainly this Thunder Hammer just because of the weight and the distribution of the weight on the model, took me a while holding it in place while the super glue was drying until it got a good, nice, firm bond. And I couldn't find my super glue zip kicker that I had purchased for just this kind of job. So hopefully I'll find it. It'll pop up somewhere. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to get the second part of the video done, so I just held the pieces in place. Got a lot of super glue on my fingers and on, you know, on the model, on the table and stuff that I had to wipe off. So I love the models. I absolutely love the sculpts. They were just a little hard to put together, but hey, they're in Finecast now. Finecast. And if you can get a good price on them, I definitely think you should go out and get them, especially if you're a collector or you enjoy the painting aspect. There is so much cool things on these guys, and you can paint them up as any loyalist chapter. There's no chapter specific like Ultramarines U or fist symbols or anything that means you have to paint them up in a certain chapter. And that's what I love the most about these guys. You can really paint them up in any chapter, in any kind of color armor. Mostly you see them in the Ultramarines blue on the cover, and I think a lot of people get turned off by seeing everything on all the sets for Vanilla Marines being painted, you know, as Ultramarines. So go crazy, go wild. Paint these guys up as Raven Guard or Salamanders or, you know, something different like that, Imperial Fists. And yeah, I just love these models. Whoever sculpted these, bravo, hats off to you. You made each one look so different. If I have any complaints besides the lack of variety, there's no real options, right? You only get the options to put these together very specifically. The sculptor said that these pieces have to go a certain way. There's no room for variation, and that means that if you're playing in a strictly WYSIWYG kind of environment, then you might be at a disadvantage if you don't want the specific things they're armored with. But like, I love them. As a collector, as a painter, I'm just gonna really enjoy painting these guys up. And speaking of Space Marines, I am talking to my friend D over at Project One Gaming about possibly doing a very cool little mini Space Marine project coming up, and we're collaborating on that. And all I'm going to say about that is Forge World, pre-heresy. We're still working out the rest of the kinks, but boy, it is going to be pretty awesome if everything falls into place. So stay tuned for that. definitely go over there, check him out, like him, subscribe to him, like his Facebook page. Go and check out the all the great deals and stuff he has. I mean, he is almost like giving stuff away for free. All of the lots that he puts up, and just it's amazing how much of a hit he's willing to take just to generate interest in the hobby, and to get people who might not be willing to get into the hobby to, you know, think about it and think about getting in for a very inexpensive and in a very supportive way. Helpful and supportive. Like, he's so totally cool. So if you're interested in getting that Necron Army, please go and like him on Facebook. If he gets enough likes, 100 likes, he's going to throw in that rule book and the 40k 6th edition rule book and a whole bunch of other goodies, and it's just going to be so much swag if he's able to. So check him out. I'll leave all the information in the description below, and keep watching my channel. It's going to be my birthday on Wednesday. Oh my gosh, July 18th is only 3 days away. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to doing more videos. You might wonder why I am doing a video on these guys if I'm not doing Space Marines. Well, because the one thing all 4 of these guys have in common, besides being completely awesome and epic looking, is that they're all baldies. And that means stubble tutorial. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be filming that in the next couple of days once I prime these guys and paint them up however I feel like it. And ooh, maybe I'll do a different chapter for all 4 of them. That might be interesting. What do you think? White Scars, Imperial Fists, maybe Crimson Fists. Oh, I'm gonna start looking at the different chapters, see what I can do. Find me some good loyalist chapters. Maybe I'll even do some Badab Black. Not Badab Black. What am I talking about? Badab War. Oh, I missed the old paint range. Badab War designs, like Sons of Medusa, Executioners, Minotaurs. I don't know. Maybe Firehawks. Now I'm getting interested. Now the wheels are turning. I really like those, you know, not weird but uncommon loyalist chapters that you don't really hear much about because they're not first founding glory boys. So let me know what you think. Please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.